The gender pay gap, SDES9213. My primary focus for this project was the SDG of number 5, gender equality. The UN has set out targets to hit by 2030, although there has been little progress on biases against women for a decade, indicating that the world is not on track to achieve gender equality by 2030. As a result, secondary focuses fall under SDG 1, no poverty, and SDG 8, decent work growth and economic growth. The problem space in which I'm working is that the gender pay gap does not just impact a woman once in her life, it is a compounding effect that results in a woman's reduced earning capacity over her lifetime. And we see here in Australia that for every dollar earned on average by a man, women earn 87 cents, which works out to be $252.30 less a week. I started through mapping out the problem, which gave me a space to visualize and plan in what I was looking to work in. From here, I could look at the stakeholders, which was varying across the whole board, as this is a compounding effect that we have due to the gender pay gap. The challenges were then identified after this, and from the challenges, I was able to look at how might we questions in a way which I could start to pose my future design. The standout questions from this were: how might we change behaviours? How might we best educate individuals on the gender pay gap? And how might we approach designing to change a systemic issue? From here, personas were created. My first persona was Sarah. She's 32 and an IT consultant who states, "I'm frustrated with always being undermined within my work, whether this entails being paid less or asked to do the admin jobs around the company. I'm just as qualified as anyone else here at my job." Persona 2 is Natasha. She's 63 and a receptionist at a real estate firm. She states, "I want to educate myself on how to implement change into my own professional life so I can pass this on to my children and grandchildren, in the hope that they don't end up in the same position that I now find myself in." When looking at precedences, I came across Pep Talk Her, which is an Australian company aimed at giving the power back to women through education. Currently, the company has 2 courses listed up on their website, one aimed at employers, the other employees. Therefore, they're tackling the problem from both sides. The app allows women to log their achievements at work so they can confidently go to a meeting asking for a pay rise. The second is DZine Calculator, which is aimed at businesses in which they input the total male and female employees and then total salaries of both, and it calculates the gender pay gap present within a company. The third is Striking, which Icelandic women have done in regards to the gender pay gap sporadically since 1975. In 1975, 90% of the female workforce went out on strike, which demonstrated the importance that they show and hold within the workforce. From here, I was able to move on to design concepts. The first one, leading from the thing of the future, where these were the cards presented. The design was an educational game given to primary school children. The game consists of a board, playing cards, and dice, in which the players move across the board. They pick up cards that are gendered. The female cards will always leave you on the back foot, while the male cards will only ever let you get ahead. The second design concept came from the stakeholder mapping, the how might we questions, and the design problem mapping. From here, I created a pay visibility app that consists of a database. The app is downloaded by the user where they input their information anonymously. From here, they can access where they stand in relation to other people within their job across the same industry. The third design concept comes from the 8-way system framework, which is an Indigenous conceptual framework learning. This is a speculative design that focuses on Aboriginal processes of learning. It's about highlighting traditional systems of storytelling and learning, and it starts with an individual having an idea. That idea of story goes straight from thought to a visual storytelling method to those who are in need of learning or teaching. From here, they have learnt the lesson and connect through country and land and pass it on. Thank you.